Netflix reports that they had to fire hundreds of employees because of slower revenue growth. This is what wokeness does. This is why so many people like myself continue to talk about wokeness and how it is a disease. And just because you get likes and retweets on Twitter, just because you get social media interactions, it doesn't mean anything because Twitter is not real life. Netflix has gone down the woke rabbit hole many, many times, and they have a massive infrastructure, and they do have some good stuff. They do have some very entertaining stuff. But in the middle of all of that entertaining stuff, they have all of this woke nonsense and this woke garbage. And things like Cuties really did put a lot of emphasis on what exactly was going on with Netflix. And this is why people like myself and many others continue to say you can't keep pandering to these people because they do not support your business model. They simply want to cry and whine on social media and be fake activists. And Netflix is learning the hard way. And I, for one, am very happy about that. Netflix fires hundreds of employees in light of slower revenue growth. Netflix hasn't gone broke from getting woke, but it certainly seems to be hurting from it as the streaming giant just fired hundreds of employees due to what they describe as slower revenue growth. Well, do you know how you get slower revenue growth? You get woke. Speaking to Deadline on June 23rd, a Netflix spokesperson confirmed that today we sadly had to let go of 300 employees. While we continue to invest significantly in the business, we made these adjustments so that our costs are growing in line with our slower growth revenues, she said. We are grateful for everything we have done at Netflix and are working hard to support them through this difficult transition. The entertainment news outlet further noted that, according to their sources, while the cuts most impacted teams in the United States, it also affected the company's offices in Asia Pacific, Europe, Middle East, and Africa and Latin America regions. The news comes on the heels of Netflix showing the door to a number of personnel in May, at the time sacking approximately 150 full-time employees and severing ties with dozens more part-timers and contractors. As we explained on earnings, our slower revenue growth means we are also having to slow our cost growth as a company. So sadly, we are letting go of 150 employees today. And it just keeps getting worse for them. Further, as part of marketing department restructuring undertaken in April, Netflix also previously laid off 25 editorial staffers and contractors from their Tudum fan site division. Notably, all of these staff reductions came after Netflix reported a loss of 200,000 subscribers in the first quarter of 2022. And then it just keeps going. I mean, you had things like Masters of the Universe, which was a complete and total disaster on every single level, and anyone that was paying attention to this knew that. You had the Cowboy Bebop disaster. You had Cuties, which was a massive, massive failure. There's been so many things that they've been pushing out there that have turned off people, and people are just sick and tired of it. You continue to push this stuff that is, turning families off and is geared towards younger children, and people think it's absolutely disgusting, and Netflix deserves all of the criticism that they're getting. We also had this story right here. The Lightyear director confirms that LGBTQ character was not in the early part of the development of the film. Not part of the early development. So meaning you went out of your way to take this situation and interject it into a story you were already building. That's just continuing to tell us everything we know about the social justice propaganda and what they're trying to do. You didn't set out to tell a good story. You did. You set out to tell a story, and then you interjected something into it, and then the star of the film that no one wanted to hear from because we actually wanted Tim Allen in the role, the star of the film decided to go after people that might have a problem with that. And that's why Hollywood continues to fail. That's why Lightyear is failing, because so many people are waking up to that reality. But back to Netflix and everything going on with them. They really need to work on fixing this, because Netflix has a great platform. And if I'm being honest, based on the streaming platforms that I use, Netflix has the best in terms of structure, in terms of their user interface. It just really is good. And they have a lot of great property. Stranger Things has turned the corner. So now Stranger Things Season 4 has been a really big success for them. And I didn't like Stranger Things 3, but I definitely liked 1. 1 I love. I actually like 2 a lot too. A lot of people didn't like 2, but I really enjoyed Stranger Things Season 2. 3 is where it kind of lost me, but 4 pulled me right back in, and now they're, heading towards the second part of Season 4, and it seems like everyone's excited about that. And all you have to do is give people good entertainment. That's what we saw with Top Gun Maverick. Just give people good entertainment. That's all they want to see. That's it. It's not complicated. It's not difficult. But yet these companies continue to miss the point, and you have people out here like us saying, you get woke, you go broke. It's going to hurt you in the long run if you continue to pander to this nonsense. It's not that complicated. Chris Evans can get 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 likes on his Twitter when he's virtue signaling, but he can't get people to go see his movie because these people don't actually support these things. And this is a built-in fan base that Chris Evans is operating off of. A mega fan base. A mega franchise with a mega character. And you still couldn't get people to go see it. Absolutely hilarious. You get what you deserve, Chris Evans. You get what you deserve, Netflix, and no one feels sorry for you. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.